In a rapidly expanding omniverse of sci-fi content, two Terrans try to make sense of it all. From the latest to the greatest to the most thought-provoking science fiction content on the screen, we bring you Crowded Space Podcast.
I'm your host, Eric.
And I'm your other host, Jared. Today, I'm going to be doing Eric's job of doing the intro and saying that we're going to be doing an incoming transmission. So, going to be giving everyone a little bit of news of what is coming up on the screen in terms of science fiction. I've got a little specialty focus today on specifically Star Trek news, and
I've got the sci-fi news that we've managed to scrounge up in the intern.
Eric's got a little bit of everything else.
Yeah, just like last time, except instead of Star Wars, it's going to be Star Trek this time.
All right, well, I figured I'd get everything going with actually just talking about what series are coming to Paramount Plus in terms of Star Trek in 2023. So, whether you know it or not, Picard Season 3 is already underway. A couple episodes already out. Haven't watched them. Looking forward to finishing Season 2, which has kind of been mediocre, so I can get to Picard Season 3. Strange New World Season 2 will be coming out here in 2023.
So that's
good. Hotly anticipated. Again, they're saying that it subverts all expectations, and if you thought Season 1 redefined the genre, well, then Season 2 will blow your mind.
Yeah, that's what I heard, too. They were supposed to like turn it up to the max.
I know that we've both fallen. And Star Trek Discovery Season 5 is also coming out this year. I know that we've fallen off that. Who knows? Maybe it's one of these. After a bad season, they're back and better than ever. So, though I think I'd rewatch Season 2 of Discovery with Pike before I'd watch a new season.
Really?
Yeah, because I've only seen that the once, so a rewatch it.
It's really good.
A lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is something I'm looking forward to and hoping to get you into is Season 4 Lower Decks is also coming out this year.
Oh, is that the cartoon one?
They're not gonna. Yeah, it's such a great homage to all things Trek. If you want to talk about a work of love and writers that do their research, then you're talking about Lower Decks.
It's almost like it has a Futurama style to it.
Yeah. No, it is a cartoon, and it does take some liberties in terms of what is really plausible, but at the same time, they weave and make so many hardcore inside Trek jokes and references and Easter eggs. It's totally worth a watch. And you're going to get a couple of laughs too.
Yeah, I also heard that they were going to do Strange New World crossover with Lower Decks.
Yeah, look at you with the news. See? I've heard that as well. Yeah. Live action crossover.
There's rumblings.
Too, so, and the actors, the voice actors themselves will be playing their characters.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's one of the upsides of the multiverse.
Do you want me to do the other news?
I'm almost done here.
Okay.
And then, speaking of animation, Season 2 of Star Trek Prodigy is also coming out. So
have you watched that one?
I watched the pilot, but I didn't give it a fair shake. It was like, I was running after the kid, or I was cooking dinner. I didn't really watch it. It looked okay.
I was surprised. Yeah,
I've got nothing against
the art's
it. But
like the animation's really good.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
but you know how Janeway's just.
Oh please, you and your problem with mother figures.
That's not true. I guess I'm up then. The silence break.
Yeah, what you got?
So hey, the first thing I'm going to talk about is Time Bandits. Do you remember? 1981, another 80s movie for sci-fi. An hour and 50 minutes long, just like we said. That's the sweet spot pretty much back then. So apparently this is going to be a series on Apple TV, and it's going to be produced by Takai Waititi, or whatever his last name is. The guy that did Thor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff that I didn't think that I would like. That I'm like, oh, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, the only thing is in the original Time Bandits, it was the little people that were the actors, and he's not going to have that in the remake of it.
Okay.
Which whatever. It's
it's an interesting choice.
Because it says the descriptor is official description 10 episode series describes a comedic journey through time and space with a ragtag group of thieves and their newest recruit, an 11-year-old history nerd.
Okay.
And
yeah,
there's
so I haven't seen the first one, so I don't know how
it's
close
good.
they're sticking to the original and how much it matters that they're not using little people for the was it gnomes or dwarfs?
Dwarves, yeah.
For the dwarfs,
Yeah.
but
And there's rumblings Lisa Kudrow's is a one of
who?
Lisa Kudrow from
Oh,
Friends.
okay.
is gonna be in
Yeah.
it.
No, wasn't the original? I thought it was somehow affiliated with Monty Python. With
It is,
Terry
yep.
Gilliam.
Yeah, Terry
was
Gilliam. Yep.
okay.
Second solo feature film. Post Monty Python.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That early. Okay.
So hopefully
Yeah,
he
he's
does
done
a
a
good
lot
job.
of stuff that I liked as well. So
Yeah.
all the more reason that we should watch Time Bandits here.
Well, it's going to
before-
be on. Yeah, it's going to
before
be
they
on Blast
redo
for
it.
the Past for sure. Yeah, that's the plan. There's a few things. I think the next one we're doing is like Runaways. That's what we talked about with Tom Selleck.
Oh yeah. That's. Oh, that could be what I'm watching tonight. Well, while we were talking about Strange New Worlds, anyways, happy to report that season 3 of Strange New Worlds already confirmed, and they're going to
Awesome.
start filming May 2nd here, 2023. So
Awesome.
Not to just okay. This time I can correctly say any day now as they take their production show to back to Canada.
Oh, they're going back to Canada?
Yeah.
There is, I'm looking up an Audible right now because I actually got it. There's a Strange New World book, Audible book that just came out. Strange New Worlds High Country, the first novel to come out with Strange New Worlds.
Oh,
It's pretty
I
good.
did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been
You're
listening to it. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe I'll let you borrow it and you can
did
listen
see
to it
that
after.
posted in the Strange New World subreddit and thought it could be interesting. So
Yeah.
I'll also follow up with no news on Section 31 other than it is still in the works.
Oh, right.
So, this is supposed to follow essentially Philippa Georgiou from the Mirror Universe as she's
Nice.
appeared in our universe.
Yeah. God, I love
essentially,
that.
and how she's in the covert op section of the Federation as kind of set up in
Yeah.
some
It was
of
a
the
big- it was
earlier
a big-
seasons of Discovery.
Yeah, it was a big deal in DS9. Section 31 was
Yeah,
like
they're the ones who
a lot of
introduced
episodes with
introduced
it.
Yeah, and so the actress that plays Philippa has been in a ton of great TV
She's
and
really
and
good.
movies, and so I think that is part of the reason is they're just having trouble finding time for her. But I think it's kind of fitting that the show about the super secret co-ops, there's still no news.
That's right.
It is still a secret. It could be done, and they're just
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're going to drop. We got 2 years worth of 12 episodes.
yeah. We just did it in secret. All right, well, back to you.
Back to me. All right. I have Spaceman, Netflix, and it's going to be a film with Adam Sandler. Stars an astronaut from the Czech Republic sent into space alone to investigate a mysterious cloud near Venus. And it's an 8-month mission. He progressively loses his mind and he starts talking to a telepathic spider.
Does he really lose his mind? Or does a telepathic spider make him think?
It says Spaceman is based on a 2017 science fiction novel. Jaroslav.
Great name though.
Kuflar.
Really good. No, great name. So is this something you're looking forward to seeing at all, or?
I mean, Netflix is with Adam Sandler is like peanut butter jelly, right? They're like they have a lot of his films on that.
I can't stand the guy who hasn't made a good movie ever. Maybe
sugar-free peanut butter for you. How about that?
Punch Drunk Love maybe was pretty good. So yeah.
Maybe
If he starts casting outside of his usual circle jerk of friends, then I might be interested. But he usually casts the same people from SNL that I'm just like, okay, no. You put these people together in a movie and it becomes jokey. It doesn't become serious or interesting. But
it says Spaceman will be a departure from Sandler's typical comedies. So there you go.
all right. Yeah, you want to keep on
keeping
yeah,
on?
whet our appetite with
All right, I
else
got the
be-
next one, Fallout. Now that's going to be a good one.
Ooh.
Amazon Prime, and it's going to be a series. But everybody who's played Fallout would understand. probably be excited about a Fallout
Right,
show.
yeah. I thought I saw a picture of a user on Reddit actually up in Canada post a picture of, oh, they're shooting in my neighborhood.
That's cool.
And they had a nice little setup of
But again, it's one of those
kind
things
of
like super secret.
abandoned gas station sort of thing.
That's cool.
So yeah, no, I mean, I love post-apocalyptic. The success of
Last of Us, which we should watch.
with the success of that, I can see how they're looking forward to piggyback on the success of post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
someone that loves that universe, loves the idea of the vaults, and how some vaults have gone a little nutty, or some have actually kind of been successful, or some just crack out early and have started their whole new culture on the surface.
Which it'll be interesting to see.
Great, great storytelling, and obviously,
definitely,
if Amazon does do a good job here, there's so many possibilities for spin-offs, and you can start maybe doing something like what Destiny did, and having a game that follows the TV show. I thought that was a great idea, and they did a pretty good job of it.
It wasn't Destiny, it was something else. What was that game called? It was on sci-fi. I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was on sci-fi, and we played the game, but now it's, obviously they closed it off. But and I can go with the next one.
Actually, if that was two for you.
I'll go for it.
I'll take over with a little bit of more non-news. So as I said before, that the director of the Star Trek 4 movie kind of in the world set up by J.J. Abrams, is even further more in limbo. So I think the last that we talked about it was that it had been pushed back for December of 2023, and now that is now taken off the release schedule and pushed further back in production. And honestly, Zachary, who plays Spock, is kind of like, I kind of forgot about it. It doesn't seem like
I think it's going to be
happen.
Who cares? We got Strange New Worlds. We don't need them.
I think it's like, hey, you had your 3, you get your trilogy. Just call it a wrap. It was a fun little romp.
Yeah.
And now maybe let's think about doing a Frakes directed Strange New Worlds movie.
Beautiful. I like that idea.
Yeah,
sold.
Maybe especially as a big season finale. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But that's just me, people.
What do we know? Mm-hmm. So I guess I have one more for me.
All right. Well, I've got 2, so I'm gonna keep going on.
Keep going on.
This is a little bit more of somber news, but the actress that played the Borg Queen on Picard.
Oh yeah.
Annie Wersching passed away to her fight with cancer, and she already had the diagnosis for the last filming of Picard, and and powered through her. I was also fortunate to also know her work from The Rookie as one of the major reoccurring villains.
She was in 24 too.
Oh yeah,
amazing. I love that character.
I never watched it, but okay, cool.
Yeah.
So she can really play a strong female psycho. Really well.
She got that
down. She will be missed for sure. But yeah, back to you.
Back to me. All right, my last one, which I'm really excited about, Rebel Moon on Netflix, and it's going to be a movie. Zack Snyder's he's heading up this major franchise. It's kind of like a reworking of the Star Wars trilogy. Snyder apparently pitched to Lucasfilm before Disney bought him out, and that's what he's doing today. Netflix is going to pay $100 million for him to start this space opera. The first film will premiere sometime in 2023. It's already been shot. Snyder says he could expand into his own larger Star Wars-like franchise.
Okay, yeah. Well, he did so much for DC. I'm sure this will work too. Well, yeah, we'll see. So wait, what is it about? What's the whole franchise?
This Rebel Moon is when a peaceful colony at the edge of the galaxy finds itself threatened by the armies of tyrannical.
Actually, a peaceful planet's got to figure out how to put its dukes up in time.
Yeah, and there's rumblings that Anthony Hopkins is going to be in it.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Rebel Moon. Yeah, I'm kind of hit or miss on
They've
Snyder.
been having videos of it.
Yeah, I think some of his.
I mean, it's 5 hours long. I don't want to sit for 5 hours and watch friggin'.
What's 5 hours?
His cut.
Oh, the
DC cut. Let alone being a DC No offense to DC fans, but yeah, I haven't even watched it. I know people have, and they're like, "Oh, it's amazing," but I like 5 hours, dude.
Yeah, Rebel Moon. I'll say out of all that stuff, that's what I'm looking forward to. The
Rebel
most
Moon and Fallout
for sure, and then the Fallout.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't enough on Fallout. I'm guessing they start the whole new vault. That's what I love about it. Is
They must do that, yeah.
any spin-off? Hey, there's a vault we didn't talk about before. Or that.
Or they can be like, "Oh, we're going to talk about this faction," right? Or
Reminds me, I should actually try to boot up the expansion Far Harbor and check it out. It's based,
It's based on our
words,
lovely
so,
place.
yeah. Well, to wrap it up, again, news is about anything on any sci-fi on the screen, and in terms of Star Trek, I think it's worth mentioning that our once beloved MMO Star Trek Online goes into its 11th year.
11 years, dude?
Yeah, still going strong.
Wow. Where did you play it last?
It was probably, it was before Alton was born, so it's been like 3 years.
3 years? Dude, I haven't touched
account.
it. I haven't touched it.
Yeah, I dusted off my old account and migrated and got like unlocked one of my more epic ships or something and got it kind of decked out. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, the when you brought it, your characters down to the landing party was kind of like, meh. It wasn't that fun.
The ship, the space combat is spot
phenomenal.
on and on the ground.
Phenomenal.
They've slowly
the raids were raiding against the board cube. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the board. Yeah.
You remember we did that?
Well, so that was a problem when I played when I logged back on. My old raiding Borg gear was still better than anything else.
Really?
But no one else was really using it anymore. So I was the weirdo that had like glowing green components, half assimilated, floating on the missions or whatever.
Hey, you're
like,
a fan. You're a fan. That's what. That's what happens.
Get some old school gear. Yeah, and so actually in that world, one of the bigger story arcs is just wrapping up, the Terran Gambit arc. And I thought it was kind of cool that they got Wesley character. So the plot of that is Wesley character in the mirror universe is leading the Terran Empire, and essentially again threatening all of the multiverse with him taking over. And
Wesley's the leader.
And they got Kate Smith-Fadden to also come in this season to voice her character. She tries to talk down Wesley. She's on a mission to either talk him back or to put him down, essentially. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that's one of the nicer things about Star Trek Online is that all of the storylines on there are indeed canon in the Star Wars universe, and that they often get the bona fide voice actors in there to reprise their roles. So, but again, the graphics are 10 years, 11 years outdated.
Right, and they must have a solid player base for it to be still going.
Yeah. So before we take off, is what out of all the things that are coming out, what are you looking forward to?
What do you think? Next week, what's coming out?
Okay, well, we didn't talk about that, but I guess it is newsworthy that season 3, Amanda. I guess we did kind of talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Season 3.
About it.
I watched the first. I watched the second season of Mando. I'm about halfway through Boba Fett right now, which is rough. But I'm so I cannot wait for Mando to come out. That is my Star Wars. Right there.
It is.
The Mandoverse is
the
my
best
Star
thing
Wars.
on Star Wars, hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah. And
so,
then
Kennedy, keep your
Strange
paws
New World,
off.
Season 2, not too far behind, I believe. So.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
gonna be fine. And then Picard season 3 with the whole crew coming back and Worf and everyone.
I've watched it so far.
Oh no, shh.
It's mediocre.
Shh. Okay, yeah, no, it's just ramping up. They're just setting the table still. For the first 3 episodes, they're setting the table.
But I won't ruin it for you because that's your jam.
You won't. Yeah, you won't.
Yeah, you won't. Wow, what a threatening look over here.
I'm just kidding. Because I remember, just like our listeners should, that it is not the destination.
It's the journey.
If you like what you heard, spread the word. Later, everyone.
Later.